Hello, my name is Sarah Haig, and this is the presentation for Emerging Technologies, Chapter 19 of the Spector text. Technology has changed a lot in the last 50 years. The IBM 360 was a $500,000 computer with between 8 kilobytes and 8 megabytes of internal memory and a 7.25 megabyte removable disk-packed storage that was about the size of a small car tire. Now, most of us carry a small computer in our pockets or even on our wrists. Wearables are becoming more and more popular. They are smartwatches that communicate with a phone and a tablet. The first appearance of a wearable was in a 1946 Dick Tracy comic strip. While it's difficult to imagine what we will have in the way of technology in 50 years, paying close attention to futurists and science fiction writers could give us a good clue. We could also consider how today's emerging technologies will evolve and influence the education world. We can look to the New Media Consortium's Horizon reports on the NMC website to identify today's emerging technologies. These reports are issued for higher education, Asian and European schools, libraries, and Australian tertiary education. Technologies are categorized in terms of trends, challenges, and important developments. Trends are considered near-term, mid-range, or long-range. Challenges can be solvable, difficult, or wicked. The important developments are reported in terms of 1 year or less, 2 to 3 years, or 4 to 5 years. The NMC Horizon Report for Higher Education in 2014 highlighted some emerging technologies. The report discussed near-term trends and mid-range trends. They identified the ever-present social media as a near-term trend, pointing out that cyberbullying was a problem that is rooted in social media. The integration of online learning in the form of fully online and hybrid courses, as well as collaborative learning, was also a near-term trend in the 2014 report. The mid-range trends that were identified are data-driven assessments and students creating educational artifacts, rather than consuming educational resources. The maker movement, 3D printing, and digital fabrication supported this trend. Also discussed were solvable challenges and important developments. Solvable challenges highlighted in the report include the lack of digital fluency among faculty and the absence of rewards for innovative and effective teaching. Finally, important developments that were mentioned in 2014 included the flipped classroom model, learning analytics, 3D printing, and the gamification of education. While emerging technologies have their benefits, they also come with potential problems. Here are some websites found on page 207 of the Spector text for more information regarding emerging educational technologies. There has been a debate that new technologies are changing the nature of learning and instruction. In the 90s, Clark and Cosma wrote about the influence of the media on learning and instruction. In 2010, Becker summarized that debate and also talked about 21st century technologies, especially the role of games and informal learning environments. This text that we're reading for our course takes the position that the nature of learning has been constant for thousands of years. We now know more about how we learn and the best ways to facilitate that learning. Over the last 50 years, we have learned how to facilitate learning with technology, and new instructional approaches have been introduced. Listed here are some of the new instructional approaches that have emerged over the last 50 years. Using technology in the classroom can promote interest and inquiry, leading to inquiry-based learning. When students are interested and have questions to explore, they spend more time on task, and the teacher is no longer the lecturer, but facilitates the students' explorations of their questions. Personalized learning is not a new technology, but it is one that is taking on a new look in its support of inquiry-based learning. Learning management systems and learning object repositories are becoming more popular. Learning analytics can be used to analyze a large data set to customize the learning experience for individual students. This has not yet been done on a large scale, so personalized learning is not yet a mainstream technology, but it has the potential to become one in the next 5 years or so. The major issues with personalized learning at this time are the scale and privacy of student information. Another recent technology that is gaining popularity is the MOOC, or Massive Open Online Courses. Here's a brief video that explains the MOOC.
The Massive Open Online Course is a response to the challenges faced by organizations and distributed disciplines at a time of information overload. It used to be that when you wanted to know about something, you could do a few things. You could ask someone, you could buy a book, you could try to figure it out for yourself, or you could call a school. If that school offered the course in the thing you were trying to figure out, you could go there and take it. You could get access to information about a topic. An instructor had combed through journals and books to pull the information together from a library. You might even find others who are also interested in the same things that you are. The MOOC is built for a world where information is everywhere, where a social network obsessed with the same thing that you are is a click away, a digital world. A world where an internet connection gives you access to a staggering amount of information. This video will introduce you to how a massive open online course is one way of learning in a networked world. A MOOC is a course, it's open, it's participatory, it's distributed, and it supports lifelong networked learning. In one sense, a massive open online course is just that. It's a course. It has facilitators and course materials, it has a start and an end date, it has participants. But a MOOC is not a school. It's not just an online course. It's a way to connect and collaborate while developing digital skills. It's a way of engaging in the learning process that engages what it means to be a student. It is, maybe most importantly, an event around which people who care about a topic can get together and work and talk about it in a structured way.
There are variations to the MOOC. The CMOOC is a large community connected with a common interest. The XMOOC is a place to share learning resources and activities that are centered around an educator. Only those that pay for the course receive credit and individual feedback. Because there's no feedback given to those that do not pay for the course, there's no basis to claim that learning is even occurring. The development of MOOCs often does not involve an instructional designer. In the future, MOOCs are likely to start providing feedback in the form of academic badges. Serious games have been around for a while, but are experiencing a new resurgence using technology. They are engaging and support learning goals. The goals of the game are closely aligned to learning goals, thus making success in the game contingent upon mastery of the learning goal. These games emerge from the characteristics of interactive simulations and the basis of video games. Listed here are some websites found on page 211 of the Spector text that offer more information on serious games. Like serious games, gamification includes aspects of games within the learning environment. Doing so promotes interest and motivation in the students. Gamification supports the mastery of ill-structured problem-solving tasks. This approach will be of interest to educational technologists for many years to come. Digital devices are getting smaller and smaller, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. They are also becoming more powerful and more affordable. While all new technologies have great potential to improve our lives, they also have pitfalls. Many new technologies fall short of what they promise to accomplish.